Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 is officially out, and with a new Fortnite season comes map changes. So in today's video, I'm going to be providing you the top 5 best low-key drop spots for ranked. Before we begin the video, let's try to hit 100 likes on this upload. I would greatly appreciate it. Now let's get right into it. Alright, so because of this sandstorm update with the new season, it seems to me that we got a lot of low-key places, which is pretty awesome. So the first one we're going to be going over is a place called Lil Dirty Dock, which is in between the Redline Rig and Mount Olympus. So to be honest with you, this is one of my favorite drop spots to land at for ranked, and here's why. If we go right to the back where the dock is by this crane, we have a slurp truck immediately to grab right off the rip. And once we grab that, usually have a chest somewhere near or about this area. Now that we got the chest, we basically have full shield and a gun to fight if anybody contests us. And there's obviously some floor loot around. And then they even have the ammo crates. And these ammo crates are either the small ones or these bigger ones that come with Nitro Splash, minis, Nuka-Colas, etc. Once you zip line up, you'll be able to grab this chest from right here. And then simply come back down. There's going to be more floor loot. In this sense, I found a porta bunker, which is pretty solid. Another chest right here. We got a launch pad here as well with some more floor loot. You get the gist. You get the idea, right? There's more chests in this area. And in this area as well is a total of 10 slurp barrels. So we have 3 here. And if you keep looking in each and every one of these open containers, you're going to find more of these slurp barrels. Here's another 3. More chests, more floor loot. You basically get the point that there's a lot of stuff here. Another really cool thing while we're here is that you could reboot your teammates if you're playing duos or squads, obviously for ranked. We have the Ruckus NPC, and the Ruckus NPC sells the boom bolt for 300 gold. Moving on to the back area, we got cars for mobility, more chests, another chest, and usually the NPC will spawn up here first. So if you want to get a boom bolt right off the rip, that's where you're going to go. Here's some more slurp barrels here, more ammo crates, and another car. There's generally a great amount of loot here, to be honest with you. So aside from the slurp truck, there is 10 slurp barrels in this area. There's also 10 to 15 chests, 4 to 5 ammo boxes, and then obviously 1 to 2 vehicles. For whatever reason, if there isn't enough loot at Lil Dirty Dock, there's also this little area here before you hit up the Redline Rig and get crazy. So with that, this will conclude the first spot. Let's definitely move on to the second spot, which I also think will be a favorite location to land. So this is essentially where we're at right now, but this is not a named location at all. This spot over here is called Megalo's Depot. So here you'll find a lot of slurp cactuses, which regen every 15 to 30 seconds. So without a doubt, you're going to have full shield no matter what. You're obviously going to have a couple chests, floor loot, and you're even going to have slurp barrels here as well. The Bright Bomber or Bright Raider NPC is here as well. That sells the purple boom bolt for 300 gold. There's more barrels here and also a launch pad, so you could actually rotate to Megalo's Depot. If you don't want to rotate this way and you want to be a little more stealthy, you could also take the porta potty. But let's just take the launch pad for reference and we'll go to this area. So this area has a lot of chests, a lot of ammo crates, a lot more slurp cactuses, and it also has a reboot van, which is right here. But even though they're not totally connected, they're very close to each other, you know, 100 meters away from each other. There's plenty of loot to work with here. So for the numbers aspect, these are the numbers. There's 5 chests over here, and there's 15 in this area here. There's 5 slurp cactuses over here. There's 8 slurp barrels total. And there's about 25 ammo crates in total. Now, for rotational aspects, you could either get crazy and go to Brutal Beachhead, which is right here, or you could go to Redline Rig, which is also over here. So you could contest either medallion if you really want to. So even though the first location that we covered is my favorite, this spot as well would probably be a close second. I think there's a little more loot here than there is at the first location we covered. But nonetheless, let's move on to the third one now. All right, so we have arrived at our third location. Our third location is Sandy Steps. And I know this was a hot drop of the past, but it is now destroyed and there's barely any action going on here. There will be occasional teams that do land here, maybe about 2 teams, give or take. And that goes really for any location. But to be honest with you, this spot is kind of just a wasteland at this point, which is why I like this area. Starting off here, this NPC, the Hope NPC, will be here. And she will drop you a tactical assault rifle for 300 gold. So you can get a purple one right off the rip, along with shockwaves, which is huge for 100 gold for rotational purposes. Now, I know Snooty Steps had a lot more loot, but Sandy Steps does not have that much loot. But here are the numbers for this area as well. There's 45 chests in total. There's a vending machine. There's 10 slurp barrels, a few slurp cactuses around the area, and about 35 to 40 ammo crates. And not to mention, if you need a place to reboot, there's a reboot van here as well. So let's move on to the fourth location. So our fourth location is pretty close by to Sandy Steps. This location was here last season and the season before that, and this location is called Sandy Strip. So the reason why I chose this location as a good fourth location is because there is a reboot van here. There's cars for mobility. There's a total of 12 to 13 chests here. Same thing with the ammo crates. And then we save the best for last. Let's go pay a visit to this NPC. So the Rust NPC is here. He will sell you a Nuka-Cola up to 4, which will give you 75 shield if you already have 100 health. So that's huge to buy. If you have enough gold, it's 125 in total. Not to mention, it also has the new purple combat shotgun for 300 gold. That way you have a good, strong shotgun and shield right off the rip. Other than that, this is pretty much your only way of getting guaranteed shield at this little landmark. And if you're lucky enough to find some loot on the ground, then you're in better shape. And then from here, if you want to, which I mentioned from the last video I did for last season, you could go over to the beachside area, which has a lot more slurp barrels and a lot more loot to contest. So now let's move on to the fifth and final spot, which most of you are very, very familiar with. The final location is one that's pretty popular from last season. This area is called Summit Temple and Summit Base Camp, along with the secret cave. With the amount of chests, ammo crates, and slurp barrels there are at this location, you can't go wrong with this spot still. Let's go over specifically what's here. This location is equipped with around 20 chests, 10 ammo crates, and 20 slurp barrels. At the top of the mountain, there is a launch pad for rotations as well, along with the reboot van at this location. This spot could potentially be everyone's favorite still, due to the fact that no one will be landing near this area anymore. With all of the new POIs and landmarks, this place could potentially be forgotten by most. Let me know in the comments below which location is your favorite, and I hope this video was helpful for you. And if it was, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And also, be on the lookout for attachment videos covering all of the new Season 3 weapons in the coming days. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.